Back for another update. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDD dominance today. This is just going to be a quick update on what I expect going forward. We see a very nice rally here this morning off the 50-week SMA. We're actually printing a bullish descending broadening wedge pattern with a WXY correction, with the Y wave coming down towards the 61.8% fib, measured from this low here in January up to this high in March. Okay, so as you guys can see, we did come down to the 618 over here, and this is our first higher low in a little bit over 170 days. So throughout this whole entire period over here, we've been making lower lows, but then over here we have our first higher low. And this higher low is more significant because we double tapped the 50-week SMA, and we also came down towards the 78.6% fib. Now, usually in crypto, what you see, or highly over leveraged markets, is you have your peak over here, you come down, you form a low, and then when you come back up, the normal mindset or the normal retail trader would short this high for the anticipation of a move down below this low that was set. But what happens is we tend to see a fake out towards the 702.786, and then we just grind up from there, and then you have your higher low and a bullish dragon pattern. Okay, now we see that exact same thing over here. You see how we came up and then it just got rejected and sold off, but it only went down to the 786. And when we were over here, a lot of people were panicking. A lot of people were thinking it's going to go ahead and make a new low towards 46, 44K. Right? So it's looking good here this morning. What bulls would want to see here going forward is a 4-hour push above 62,000. If we can get a 4-hour close above 62,000, then we should be able to confirm that this is the bottom over here and that we're going to have expansion towards the upside. We should get our decision this week because it doesn't look like there's that much time left here, right? So going forward, bulls would want to see a 4-hour push above the 702.786, sitting at 16,916 and 62,000. If we can get a 4-hour close above that, then there's no doubt that this over here is the bottom and that this was just a double tap of the 50-week SMA before we continue for expansion out of this bullish descending broadening wedge pattern. Now, if we end up coming up to the fibs here and then seeing a rejection back down towards the low of 52,579, then it's likely we'll go ahead and breach 49,000 and head towards 46,700, 44,000 region, okay, within this region over here. Now, my personal bias is that we do go ahead and break the 786 and we go in for that breakout, but we're definitely nearing the time on when we should see that decision, right? Because we have our head over here, our left foot, and then our right foot of the dragon. And looks like we're starting our tail right now. Get a 4-hour push above these two levels here, then we can confirm that this is the low and this is the bottom. Okay. Taking a look at Ethereum over here, we have our high up here in March, an A, B, C correction for your W wave, your A, B, C up for your X wave, and then you have another A, B, C down for your Y wave. Now, within your Y wave, you're going to have an ABC. Within that A wave, we have 5 waves down. Within your B wave, we have 3 waves up. And then within your C, we have another 5 down. You have your wave 1, 2, 3, 4. And this over here could be a truncation of the 5th wave, in which the wave 5 goes sideways rather than going below this low. We also haven't had a daily closure below the 61.8% fib, sitting at 2,220. We haven't had a daily closure below the 618, just a wick below it. And then we retracted back above it. Okay, now what bulls would want to see here going forward is a 4-hour push above 2,655 and a 4-hour close above it. If we can get a 4-hour close above these two levels over here, then we have a very good shot at this being a bottom. Okay, if we come up to any of the fibs, see a rejection, and then come back towards this low, then it's likely we'll head down towards these fibs sitting at 1880 to 2000 at the 786-702 region, and then we would see a nice bottom from there. But so far, we have a very nice rally this morning, right? Especially when we take a look at Bitcoin. So there is a very big possibility this is a truncation of the fifth, and now we're ready to start the expansion. But you would want to take a look at these fib resistances over here. You must be mindful of these resistances, and we should get that decision this week, whether this is the bottom or not. Okay, now when we take a look here at USDD dominance, let's take a look here at USDD, and we see a hard rejection of intermediate resistance, which would be the 78.6% fib. You guys see this? We wicked up here to the 786, and now we're seeing a retraction back below this rising wedge formation that we have. Let's scale up to the daily time frame, and you can see that we're in a 335 Elliott wave flat pattern with the C wave printing a bullish descending broadening wedge. And we're coming very close, or we've came already close to this trendline resistance. So it's either that this is the top over here on USDD dominance, right? Or this move is just a relief rally before we see one more drive up here towards 7.08%. But so far we do see a nice, some nice bearish momentum here of intermediate resistance, the 786 at 6.44%. So all we would want to see here going forward, what crypto bulls would want to see, is for a sustained move. That's all they want to see, a sustained move downwards on USDD dominance, so we can confirm that this over here is our low on Ethereum and Bitcoin, along with the rest of the altcoin market. Okay, when we also take a look at the Russell, right? We can take a look at the Russell over here, and we do see a nice little rally this morning off the 61.8% fib. Okay, let's go down to the hourly time frame, and you can see over here that it has come down to the 618, and we have also filled this gap here. Okay, we have a gap fill and a move down to the 618, right? This over here could be your wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5 for your wave 1, right? For your wave 1, and this is your A, B, C, with the C wave filling the gap back on August 15th, and also coming down to the 618. So this could be a wave 2. We'll definitely keep monitoring this, and market is looking good so far this morning, so we'll definitely keep watching the levels. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you want to stay updated with the analysis, then definitely click the link in the description below to join the Discord. Peace out and take it easy. See you in the next one.